Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, before we get into the meat and potatoes, man, shout out to y'all for rocking with the Loop Mogul heavy. Shout out to y'all for rocking with the Flick Chat heavy. Shout out to y'all for running to the Print Champs heavy, grabbing the merch, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I can't say that from the bottom of my heart, man. But let's get into these meat and potatoes real quick, man. Is Miles Sanders an every down back? I mean, you can answer this question a multitude of ways. First of all, listen, my answer is yes. I think Miles Sanders is an every down back. I got a lot of theories behind that, man. First of all, when you look at the average height and weight for NFL running back, I think they got it at what? Like 5'10", 215 pounds. That's the average weight. So I guess they're taking every running back in the NFL, putting the weight and height together and getting the average out of that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and the best running backs in the game are around that stature. Give or take a few pounds or a few inches, the best running backs in the game are around that stature of the average height. Miles Sanders is closer to the average height. You know what I'm saying? And listen, man, running backs get injured a multitude of ways, a multitude of sizes. Running backs get injured all the time. It don't matter how big you are or how tall you are. Them dudes get hurt too. A running back and a linebacker, in my opinion, is probably the most collision-riddled positions in football. I mean, these positions right here are bound to take high-impact, high-risk collisions. It is what it is, which is why the shelf life on some of these guys isn't what you would like it to be in most cases, which is why the price tag on putting it on a franchise running back isn't, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't what it used to be. Now, this is also due to large in part that, you know, running backs, listen, the running back pool operates like an assembly line, man. There's always going to be a good running back, like 5 or 6 good running backs. There's always going to be it, man. You've had cases where, you know, rookie running backs ran for 1,200 yards. All the NFL is trying to do, it looks like, is get a good 3 to 4 years out of a running back, and then they back in the market for another running back. It don't matter how big or small a running back is, man. Miles Sanders is on pace for the national average. Listen, look at the other running backs in the league who are dope. I think Miles Sanders is bigger than Aaron Jones. Miles Sanders is bigger than McCaffrey. I think Kamara might be a little heavier and a little shorter. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. But he's around the same size as a lot of these guys, man. Dalvin Cook. I think Miles Sanders is taller than Dalvin Cook. You know what I mean? And these are the guys in the game. The unicorn is King Henry. He's the only one. You got a unicorn in King Henry. You got your prototypes. You know, your scat backs, because we in that era of the running back right now. And then you got your battering rams that are very few and far in between, like Josh Jacobs. You got your battering rams, bruh. You got some hybrid runners, too, like Booker out of, what is his name? Booker out of Denver. Melvin Gordon's a hybrid. You got some hybrid runners out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's not make it about how big or how small he is all the time, man. I get tired of hearing that because he's right around the average. And let's please stop talking about the fumbles that he's taking, man. Let's stop talking about that, man. Miles Sanders, you know what I mean? It happens. Miles Sanders is a unique running back. First season, 800 rushing yards, 500 receiving. You know what I'm saying? That ain't easy to do. A lot of running backs on the list I just named you don't do that like that, bruh. That's unique. That's the benchmark for if you really got a true scat back. If you really got a true guy who's a jack of all trades back there, man. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Miles Sanders is going to be able to sustain, you know what I mean, a whole season? I actually do. But would I get another running back for Miles Sanders to accompany that backfield with? I absolutely would. I'll tell you why. Because Sirianni being the offensive coordinator of the Colts, they were able to involve 3 running backs, I think, last season. Hines, what's the other guy? Was it Taylor? And I think it was another guy out there. They were able to actively involve 3 dudes, bro. I'm not sure if they had multiple running backs with 500 yards or more, but they were able to get a lot of these dudes involved in the pass game and everything. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles have to do that because that's just the way of the NFL. You got to get multiple running backs, you know what I mean? And plus the shelf life is short, like we already explained. So I'm not mad at the Philadelphia Eagles drafting a running back, but I'm mad at the Philadelphia Eagles listen, Miles Sanders should be a Pro Bowler and Miles Sanders should have 1,000-yard season already. He should. For him to be third in the league in yards per carry is a monstrosity. And he ran the ball under 175 times last year. It's ridiculous. It's repulsive, bro. Miles Sanders should be a Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to talk about that, though, because it doesn't matter. We got a new regime coming in, and I think these dudes going to lean on the run a little more, man. They're going to let a player be a player, and I understand that for Miles Sanders, man. Listen, man, let me kick some knowledge real quick to some of the up-and-coming content creators. First of all, shout out to all the Eagles content creators, man. Shout out to all of them, man. I listen, over the course of this journey, I had the privilege of working with everybody, bro. From Joey Shakes to Philly 500, Philly Mike, you know what I'm saying? My guy Gate City, you know what I mean? Philly Fresh. Sorry if I'm missing anybody. The point is this, man. I worked with everybody, and if I didn't work with you, I'm definitely gonna get around to it, man. You know what I'm saying? My DM goes crazy to work. My DMs and my messages goes crazy for collabs. And you know what I'm saying? It's just I'm a busy man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a busy man. The collabs are always gonna be there. I say that to say this though, man. I got respect for everybody that I just named. You know what I'm saying? And what we got to do is we got to try to find a way to not fuel nonsense sometime. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being put in a situation, you know what I mean, to where I got to defend myself for a situation where another man don't want to be straightforward about who he talking to. You know what I mean? That's not cool, man. You don't let stuff like that grow legs. You can't do that. If you got a situation and you choose to talk about it in a public forum, then you gotta let it be known who you're talking to. That's how wires get crossed. You know what I'm saying? That's how people start feeling some type of way about stuff, man. You know what I mean? But with that being said, we don't do no sipping tea, and we don't do that over here, man. We don't do that over here, man. What we do is we talk Eagles football. You know what I'm saying? It's some eyes that watch all of us, because all of the doors that I open doing this, I be like, man, it's a whole community of people that talk about the Eagles, man. And we all monsters, bro. I got a vision. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you a little bit about this vision that I got. I got a vision that this is going to be more important than TV soon, what we doing. I got a vision that we in competition with the big networks. So why we in competition with ourselves? Makes no sense. If it's something that got to be aired out or grievance within the Eagles community, I suggest that two content creators talk and make it known about who you're talking about. Don't let false narratives grow legs. Don't. It's irresponsible, and it make people. Now I know some of y'all a little standoffish. Well, I don't care if I collab with such and such anyway. It make people not even want to collab with you. How about that? Don't let narratives grow legs. Talk it out, hash it out, and be men. Draft board coming soon with me and 500.